Now that we've seen how to respond to a click in jQuery, let's see how we can update our website content with it. So I'm going to get rid of our squares for the moment, and we'll get rid of the CSS as well. And we'll start off with a good old paragraph, which is just say something boring like this is some text. Okay, and then what we want to do is change the text here when the green circle has been clicked. So you'll remember, hopefully, that to do something when the green circle is clicked, we use hash to represent an ID, and then circle for the ID name. So how do we change HTML with JavaScript? It's actually really easy. We first select the element. So I'm going to use string again to invoke jQuery. And then in the parentheses and quotes, I'm just going to use P because there's only one paragraph. So I might as well just use that rather than go through the hassle of giving it a class or an ID. So to change the HTML of an element, we use the HTML function. So it's just select the paragraphs and then HTML and then whatever new content we want to put in there. This text has changed. That's it. Simple as that. So let's click on that. The text has changed. Fabulous. So this .html is the equivalent of the inner HTML from JavaScript. And we can also use it to actually get the contents of an element. So if I use it in this form, I could alert that, and this says get the element with a paragraph tag and get the HTML content of it and then alert them. So this should alert this is some text. There we go. So we can use the .html either to change the HTML of an element or to get the HTML of an element. We can also very easily, instead of working with click, we could do something when the mouse hovers over the circle. Now, any ideas how we might do that with jQuery? I wonder if you got it. It's simply a matter of changing .click to .hover. And now, when we hover over the page, we don't have to click. The alert pops up. And it does it a few times because as I move, it does it again. But you get the idea. So again, jQuery is super easy to change your code to work in a slightly different way. We can also change all sorts of things about an HTML element in exactly the same way. So if we get rid of that, mini challenge for you. Can you create an iframe with the contents of CNN.com in it? Go for it. Okay, hope you managed that. It's just a matter of creating an iframe and then giving it an src or a source of http://www.cnn.com. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. So if I wanted to change the contents of this iframe, I could do that pretty easily with jQuery. So first I'd have to select my iframe. Can you do that? Hope you managed it. It's just a string and then inside the quotes type iframe. That will select all the iframes on the page, but we've obviously only got one. And then we want to change an attribute of the iframe. So we use attr. And this essentially allows me to change anything inside the tag here. So if I want to change the src, I just put src into the first pair of quotes and then a comma and then whatever I want to change it to in a second pair of quotes. So possibly everyone's favourite web hosting company, ecowebhosting.co.uk. Let's have a look. So now it should load the CNN page, and then when I hover over the green circle, it will change the content and download ecowebhosting.co.uk instead. And there it is. So hopefully you're getting the idea that jQuery is very succinct and pretty intuitive. So it's pretty easy to see what's going on here and easy to change your code from, say, click to hover or update the source of an iframe. All right, so now we've changed website content. Let's see how we change styles with jQuery.